It comes a point in time in the life of every person that has responsibility as a leader, as a parent, as anybody that carries responsibility, that God may instruct you to do something that no one else understands. And because when I got saved, I'm gonna start off over here and hopefully y'all talk to me and I'll come back to this side. When I got saved, they told me you need to get delivered from two things. Number one, they said you need to be delivered from sin. And then they told me the second deliverance that you need is you need to be delivered from the opinions of people. Because as long as you try to live for folk, you will never be able to measure up to who God is really calling you and trying to make you to be. Because as long as you try to live for somebody else and not and neglect who God has made you and who God has called you to be, you will not fulfill your purpose, you will not fulfill your call. So you have to get victory over what everybody else has to say about you. And so now, as a Christian, as a believer, my life is no longer governed by what people have to say, but now my life is governed by what He told me. My life is now governed by His promises, by His word. So I know you might not understand everything I do. You might not understand everything that I say. You might not understand why I stopped hanging around certain people, why I stopped going certain places. And every decision that I make may not make sense in your mind, but my life is no longer governed by what makes sense in your mind. I have to now live not according to what you think, not according to what you want me to do. My life is now governed by what He told me. I know you want me to go back to do it that way. I know you want me to do it that way, but my life is now governed by what He told me. Why are you going back to school? And why are you trying to better yourself? And why are you trying? And you know, it's folk that don't have goals that are always trying to keep you down. Come on here, because everything is fine as long as we was both broke, as long as we was both depressed, as long as we was both single, as long as we both had the same problems. But as soon as one of us decides, I refuse to live beneath my privilege and I'm going to do better, I'm going to think better, I'm going to walk better, then folk want to look at you like, who you think you are? And you so deep now, and you so, no. It's just I've decided that I'm not going to live beneath my privilege any longer, and I'm going to press toward the mark, because my life is now governed by what He told me. And in case you didn't hear it, He told me that I'm the head and not the tail. Come on here. In case you didn't hear it, He told me I'm the lender and not the borrower. He told me I can be the employer and not the employee. So you can settle if you want to, but my life is now governed by what He told me. Shando, He told me I am healed. He told me I am delivered. He told me I'm set free. So I can't stay in that box that you try to keep me in. My life is now governed by the word of the Lord. It's time, and this is where we're going today. It's time out for you letting folk minimize you, and it's time out for you letting folk and live where they think you should live and act where they think you should live. No, I'm trying to live where God is calling me to live, regardless of what you think, regardless of what you feel, and regardless of what you got to say about it. It is